Hello friends, how are you? I wished I did this reading live because this was such a fun reading that I did today. And it has convinced me that you can do a reading on anything from any time. We always say that the tarot doesn't have a sense of time, which can be frustrating when we're trying to predict things happening. But this is the beauty of not having any sense of time. This terracotta archer, a kneeling warrior, he is, I was unpacking and I found him. My mom, before she passed away, had gone to China in the 90s, and she walked the Great Wall of China, but she really wanted to go see the terracotta army. These are actually life-size. Obviously, this is a replica because she bought this as her thing when she came back home. And I think that these terracotta warriors have been on tour with the museums for a couple of decades now. I came across this guy and I was like, where am I supposed to put you in my house? Because you seem to be rather protective. So this is what this spread is on. I'm going to read to you just the little wiki entry about what the terracotta army is, so you can have some more information about this. So back in March, I think of 1974, this terracotta army was discovered by local ranchers, local farmers. They were looking to dig their well. And so they hit this massive, they call it a necropolis, that spans 38 square miles. 38 square miles of these guys and riches. So this is, the terracotta army is considered a form of funerary art dating back to the 210 BCE. And the purpose was to protect the emperor in the afterlife. So in 1974, the local farmers discover this. The figures that they had vary in height according to their roles, the tallest being the generals. The figures include warriors, chariots, and horses. There's 3 major pits of the terracotta army, and there were more than 8,000 of these soldiers that were life-size, and the paints that they used were incredible. So the tomb was supposedly constructed around 145-90 BCE, when the first of China's 24 The work on this mausoleum began in 246 BCE, soon after Emperor Qin, then aged 13, ascended to the throne. And the project involved over 700,000 workers. And so they chose this place because of the auspicious geology, their mines, the jade. The northern side was rich in gold. So this tomb is still sealed, but the warriors are up to 16 feet tall. This guy, he is an archer. This is what he looks like with the paints when they replicated it. And the pit, they were all looted, but he had an archer. He, bow and arrow. That was his job. And they were really well preserved because they're lower in stature, and the other warriors and generals over time fell apart because they were standing upright, and these ones were low to the ground. So basically, I wanted to know, Tarot, tell me about this guy and where I should be putting him in my house or out in the yard to protect my home. I've been really kind of researching feng shui lately because there's something going on with the energy here, and I just really want to take advantage of all that's here. So this was the reading that I did of him. On the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. He's part of the Emperor's army. There's the Emperor, the rules, the laws. We are going to defend the Emperor and his kingdom. So the signifier for the Archer is all the burdens, the final stand, the final wall of their role, their job. This is the final step that they take as a warrior. Everything that they've known, everything they've prepared for. This also refers to all of those who created this tomb. 700,000 people? That's a lot of work, a lot to do perfectly and right to be long lasting. At the basis of all of this, protect the Emperor in the afterlife. The Terracotta army, this tomb goes between two worlds. We have this world and the afterlife. We're standing guard like the veil here between two worlds to protect the dynasty. It's crowning this terracotta warrior for all to see. Well, he's dead. They're all dead. The Emperor is dead. They will defend him to their own death. They will defend him for eons. Look at the sun is rising there in the background. Spirit just said eons, forever. We will defend and protect to the death and through death. In the past, these terracotta warriors, the Emperor, they are a protective shield that encircles the kingdom. Like whenever I see this chariot, I know things are on the move, but it also reminds me of a moat. Like here's the water in the background, a moat that protects a castle. They're all being assembled and put in place to protect the dynasty, the Emperor, which is to lead to good news and agreements in the afterlife. Okay? The challenge for these warriors, I laughed so hard when I saw this. The Three of Wands. Yeah, they can't really put a plan out there and expect something to come in and help them. Well, maybe they did. Their challenge was getting word out that, hey, we're buried down here waiting for your ships to come in. Took about 2,000 years, right? So that was a challenge. But you can also think of it, the challenge of putting the word out there, we're going to protect this guy for a long, long time. Don't come back, or trying to delay the return, which would be the discovery. And these warriors are covered in the Emperor, that 13-year-old Emperor that had his mausoleum built as soon as he took control. Here we go. How do we see this guy? How does the tarot see him? Under the earth. The earth is so pregnant and full. 38 square miles of over 8,000 warriors in the afterlife. Full. The site is full of gold and jade and rich mines. The environment is one of will protect you, an offering to protect their Emperor and give him the emotional support that he needs to go to the afterlife and have everything that he's had. Hopes and fears. Having to defend and defend. That's kind of the dreams, that they will always be ready to stand guard and defend. The clarifier on that is defend their dynasty, their government, their rules. And the final outcome, judgment. Because the emperor is being judged in the afterlife, he needs to have everything for a successful transition to go there. The clarifier, the dynasty. Look at that. We have, I believe we have all the 10s. Do we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did a clarifier and I had the 10 of cups. You don't see it here. That's what I did in the last reading. Where's that 10? The last reading I had the 10 of cups that came out, that it was, you know, a clarifier on being complete for all of them. That this is where they belong and who they are. Isn't that fun? So, I hope you guys have a great day. I will tell you, since Saturn came back into Capricorn, government is kicking butt on both ends. The authoritarianism, they're really trying to take control around the world. But our institutions will have it otherwise. I would not expect a whole lot with hearings and investigations. I think those are more for the record. I know Bill Barr got caught in a lie again yesterday. But believe you me, this is the start of everybody being put away, okay? Because, excuse me, because when Saturn goes into Aquarius at the end of the year, that's a humanitarian. We got a preview of what she expects because Saturn takes no prisoners. She shut everybody down to protect Mother Earth. Okay, so these things are going to be ongoing. I feel like the whole thing with the mail in the election, it is a legitimate concern, but I think it's getting blown up bigger than the teeth it actually has, just because of the transits, and now because Russian propaganda realizes how upset we are. They're going to just drill us with anxiety. And the media always picks up on the narrative through Russia. So chill. We got this. Things are going to be okay. They're going to be okay. This guy, I am putting him near my front door, near my cement goose. So he's going to be my mother China goose. Pretty cool. See you later.